episode of Dexter's Diary. What's up, what's up, what's up? So today I wanted to talk about, we're jumping right in. We jumping right in, okay? Okay. Today I wanted to talk about something that's really important in your long-term goals or any goals whatsoever. And that is building up your team and making sure that everyone on your team is cohesive. And also, it's not just about building up your team, it's about your team building you up and you building them up. Everyone is a cog in the wheel, right? Everyone spoke, everyone plays a part to keep this wheel going. It's not just about you, because at any point that someone feels undervalued, everything becomes unbalanced. And I know, like, a lot of people like to push this narrative like they did it all by themselves and it's not true. 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 Whether your team is one person or 100, you had some help. Stop pushing this narrative of I did it by myself, I'm self-made. No. Even if you're the talent, there's still people behind you that are helping you. There's still people who are the proverbial wind beneath your wings. Like, you had some help. But that's not the point. The point is, if you don't have a team, and if you feel like you don't have anyone who's rooting for you, it's time to cultivate that. Because going forward, things are going to be, the stakes are getting higher. And trying to do it by yourself or thinking you're doing it by yourself, you may not have the right team with you, and so you feel like you're by yourself. But even when I was in foster care, you know, like I felt alone, I felt abandoned, I felt whatever I felt, but and not all the staff were the best, but there were some who were really like, this is not just a job, like I'm really here to help you guys, and went out of their way to impart wisdom, to show me things, to tell me things, to be like, look, like, this is not how a young lady acts. This is not how a young lady carries themselves. This is not, these dudes out here, blah, 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 because you fall victim to certain things. And when you're young and dumb, yes, young and dumb, and you have all this freedom, you kind of get out of hand. So you need someone who's willing to be like, look, this is not, these are vultures, and all they're here to do is pick your bones once things are all said and done. And it was true. And had I not paid attention, had I not been cognitive of the fact that they were really there for my best interest, I could have been dead in the street. Real talk. So it's understanding that even if you don't feel like they're a part of your team, don't look a gifted horse in the mouth, because they may not be in the close unit, but they're still there. Anyway, going back to building your team. You need people on your team who are going to tell you that you're wrong. You need people on your team who are going to tell you shoot for the moon and the galaxy and anything in between. You need people on your team who are visionaries. And not always, you need some who see your vision, and you need some whose vision may be parallel but not quite hitting the same target, because a lot of times we like to put yes men all around us because they make us feel good. But yes men are not going to give you all the aspects of what's going on in the plan, because they're just like, you're gonna be like, oh, it's blue, and everybody's gonna be like, yeah, it's blue, it's blue. The whole time it's green. The whole time it's teal. Like, yeah, it's great when people tell you yes, but it's also even greater when people check you and be like, nah, this is not it, because I don't want you out here looking like a whole fool. And don't dismiss that, because it's pivotal. Everyone plays a role, and everyone's role needs to be valued. At this point, there's so many, with social media and everything popping off, there's so many groups that you can join. I don't even want to hear like, I ain't got no friends and da. They don't even need to be your friends. If you are in a room full of like-minded people, eventually those who are your tribe will migrate to you, or you'll migrate to the tribe that's right for you. But there's Meetup, there's all kinds of groups on Facebook, all kinds of things. Like you can meet. If you see someone on Instagram, you can jump in their DMs. Like, look, I think you're cool, and blah, blah, blah. Everyone's not going to be receptive, but you are going to find people. I've made really great friends through people jumping in my DMs. Like, yo, I think this, that, and third. And we text, we talk, we hang out, and it's just been pretty dope. I had one of my closest friends, well, two of my closest friends, a few of my closest friends, well, the first one, I was following her on social media. I was following her on Instagram, and then she disappeared. And I was like, what the? And as you know, so many things on your timeline, I didn't really notice like her absence. And then out of nowhere, she just popped back up. So I jumped on her DMs like, look, where you been? Where you been? Because I missed you. And she was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And we're like the closest of friends. Like, we talk all the time. Like, I celebrate her successes. She celebrates mine. We talk about whatever failures or things that we deem as failures, which is not always a failure. It's just sometimes things don't work out. It's not necessarily a failure. Sometimes it's just about you changing course because maybe it wasn't the best thing for you. But anyway, we know each other. Children's birthdays, all kinds of and it's just like, had I not taken a chance to reach out, I would have missed out on such a pivotal friendship. And it's taking these chances and getting your group together. There's another one. I have made a post on Instagram, and I was like, shoot your shot. If you see someone that you think would be a good friend for you, shoot your shot. And my homegirl Ev jumped in my DMs and she was like, I'm shooting my shot. Lo and behold, like, our birthdays are a day apart. We mad cool. We talk almost every day, and we talk about everything, and there's no qualms, there's no shame. It's about sisterhood. It's about brotherhood. I have homeboys that I'm cool with just from reaching out, because a lot of times, like, social media brings people together, but it also separates, and we lose that core thing. These people have become my crew. These people have become my tribe. Like, we're planning trips so we can spend time together, like, face to face, and like just be friends. Like, you gotta build up your team. And if they see something that's along the lines of what I'm working on, they reach out and be like, look, this is what it is. Da-da-da. If I see something like my homegirl starting her waist bead, I just saw this thing for a grant for women starting their own businesses, I sent it to her. And I'm like, this is how you build your group. This is how you build your team. And it's important to not be afraid of, and it's important to be fearless in that. And let's say it didn't work out for the best, then you go in peace. You go the same way I found you, and that's it. And it's cool. And I'll find somebody else. It's interchangeable. But when you find people who are just like really salt of the earth, good people, keep them in your team, and don't take offense when they tell you like, nah, this is not right. You gotta take people's opinions with a grain of salt, and not be salty about it, because when they care about you, they'll look at it from all aspects too. Know each other, communicate, set goals, value each role, because everyone plays their part. And above all, reach out. If you don't have it, make it. That's it. Look, if you don't have something, you're just gonna go without. Invent your crew. Like, I need this person, I need this person, I need this person, blah, blah, blah. If the one that you want is not available, then find someone else who fills that vision. But know also that what you require of them is going to be required of you too. Because you just can't be out here using people. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. It's an ebb and flow. Excuse me. You can't ask people to be part of your team and to lift you up, and you're not doing the same thing. It's 2018. We're not doing this. You don't be stingy. Don't be crass. Like, That's how you create lasting friendships. That's how you create lasting teamwork, because people know that you're genuine and people know that you're going to keep it real with them so they can keep it real with you. And if the people that you have in your life right now aren't that, move them out of your team. Because at this point, like, you can't have people in your life who don't support you. You can't have people in your life who don't want to see you win. Like, and there are a lot of people out there masquerading, but we know who they are. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. And find someone else who wants to see you win, who wants to see you doing well, who is about that sisterhood, brotherhood, team role, and make it work. Don't be afraid of building your team. Don't be afraid of getting rid of people, and don't be afraid of reaching out. We have to have these things. It is pivotal to our growth, because it just is. No, but when you're by yourself, you tend to see things as linear, and that can shortstop you, because it's just like you're when anything comes in opposition to that, then you feel threatened. But when it's a team of you and everyone's seeing things from different perspectives and everyone's shooting this all in the same pot, you get to see, like, okay, maybe my vision needs to be tweaked. Well, maybe I can try a little bit harder. Maybe this is where I pull back. Like, there's so many different variations that you can go about it. But if you're just seeing it as yourself and you just see things as linear, and then when things break down because you didn't have the foresight to look at it from different angles, because we like to see things as is and not as they really are, it can cause some friction with yourself, because you feel like I told you, growing up at 7, scared the shit out of me. At 7, I knew that I wanted to be a lawyer, and I had this whole vision, but this was my vision. And when things didn't turn out that way, I was completely disappointed. I was completely distraught, and it was just like, at this point, what am I going to do in my life? Like, I was having a midlife crisis at 13, and it just wasn't realistic. But I didn't have a team. I didn't know what a team was. But now I'm in a different space, and I have a better team. I have a better core group. I have a better standing in myself. And moving forward, there's nothing but success from everyone. Everyone's in different parts of their life. Everyone is moving forward, and everyone is in a better place, and we're helping each other. And it's an amazing feeling to have that. So what you don't have, get it. If they're not helping, get rid of them. And if you're not helping, step your game up, because everyone has to play their part in their team. Okay? All right. I'll see you next time. I love you. Oh.